Hello everyone. So let us see the problem number 2 of assignment number 4, projection on which is on projection of solids. So the question is, an hexagonal pyramid of 30 mm side of base and slant edge 65 mm long is lying on one of its triangular face in the VP, so that its axis is inclined at an angle 45 degree to HP. Draw its projection if apex is nearer to observer. So this is three-stage problem. So in first stage we have to draw the hexagonal pyramid, okay, which is resting on vertical plane, and in the second stage it will be resting on its triangular face. So in first stage we are going to draw it in normal condition, where it is going to rest on its base on VP, and in the second stage we will tilt it in such a way that it will be resting on one of its triangular face, and in the third stage the angle which is given with HP, 45 degree angle with HP. So let us start with the problem. So first we'll draw XY line. Okay, so here the object is resting in vertical plane. Number of sides 6 we have to draw, and it has to be rested on one of its edge. Okay, so side of 30 millimeter, the object is been drawn. Now in this, let us check the dimensions. Side 30 millimeter. Okay, as this is a pyramid, okay, so whenever it is a pyramid it will be having an apex, and in front view you will get an slant edges which has to be shown. Okay, so it will be having a base, right? These are the base edges. Okay, then it will be having 6 triangular faces, okay, and apex, and 6 slant edges. So if I want to draw its front view, sorry, top view of that object, take the projections. Okay, then they are saying that its slant edge is of 65 millimeter. So let us first draw the axis. Okay, and we want to cut an arc of 60 millimeter, 65 millimeter. So we'll cut an arc of 65 millimeter. So I have taken circle of 65 millimeter. So with the help of that circle I will get the point. Okay, so in your case what you have to do, you have to keep the compass, you take 65 millimeter in the compass, keep the center of the compass at this point, and cut an arc on the axis. So automatically this length will be 65. Okay, so now what I'll do, I'll erase this. In your case it will be just a small arc, okay, so that you can retain. So let us check the dimension now. So the slant edge is of 65 millimeter. Is that clear? So this is the stage 1. Okay, now I'll just take the, okay, so I have to name the points. For naming the points, let us start with this point. Okay, so I'll use this. You can use letters or you can give numbering. So I'll give numbering, so it will be quite comfortable. Okay, this is my point 1. 1 dash, point 2 dash, three dash, four dash, five dash, six dash. Similarly, you will get an apex, so I'll name that point as point O dash. Okay, so I will transfer those points in top view. So here you will get point 1 and 2, here you will get point 36 and 45. 1 comma 2, this will be my point 3 comma 6, 3 comma 6, and this will be my point 4 comma 5. Here you will get point O. Okay, so this is the stage 1 which we have completed. Now in stage 2, this has to be rested on one of its triangular face. So this is the triangular face in the top view, and here you can see O dash, 4 dash, 5 dash. This is the triangular face on which the object has to be rested. Now how to do that? So we are going to completely tilt this with in such a way that it will rest on edge O and 4 5. Okay, so now while doing that, okay, in your case what you have to do, you have to select a point 4 5 on this XY line. First you select this 4 5 line point and draw a line which is having 65 millimeter long, and on this you will get point O. Okay, so let us start with this. Okay, so in your case what you can do, select this point 4 5 here itself. In compass you take 65 millimeter, cut an arc on this XY line, so you will get 65 millimeter. So 2 points are required to redraw any of the object. So first point randomly you can select 4 5, and the second point by at a distance of 65 millimeter you have to take. So in this case what I'll do, I'll just tilt this object with the inclination. Okay, so let me measure how much is the inclination. I have to completely rotate this 114. Okay, so I will rotate this, selecting this as a point, and rotation 113.560. Okay, so automatically what happened, this has been rested on one of its triangular face. So Now after that we have to take a projections from individual point. Okay, so let us take a projection line. After drawing this, now how to draw the point 1 dash 2 dash. Okay, so for those points what you can do, you first take 4 5 and O point, then you take distance O to 1 in the compass from point O, cut an arc. Similarly take 4 to 1 in the compass from point 4, cut an arc. So you will get this point. And then similarly 4 to 3 distance in the compass from point 4, cut an arc. So here you will get point 3 3 6, and just you connect this. You will have to redraw the same object resting on its triangular face. So now take vertical projections of individual point. Take horizontal projections from front view. Okay, after taking the projections, take the projection of the axis. Okay, so now let us locate the points. While locating the points, you have to follow the projections. Now see, 1 vertical, 1 dash horizontal. Wherever those points intersect, that will be my point 1. So I'll take the point 1. Okay, so you will get point 1. So I can name that point as 1 dash. Okay, so here I got point 1 dash. Similarly 2 vertical, 2 horizontal. So wherever that point is, so I'll name that point as point 2 dash. So this is that point. Okay, then locate the point 3 dash, 3 dash horizontal, 3 vertical. So here is that point. Okay, so this is that point. Three dash. Similarly locate point 4 dash. Locate point 5 dash. Okay, and point 6 dash. Okay, so after getting those points, okay, then similarly locate O dash horizontal, O vertical. Here you will get point O. O dash. Okay, so now we have to connect those points. The observer is standing at wherever my cursor is there, at that point the observer is there. So when he observes, he will get 1 to O as a dark line. So where is my point 1 to O will be seen as a visible line, so that we can connect 1 to O and 1 to 2. Right, this face is visible, so I have to draw it as a dark line. 1 to O. Okay, so 1 to O and 2 to O is seen as a dark line. Similarly, when we observe it from here, the complete bottom face will be visible. So that bottom face we have to draw it as a dark line. Okay, after connecting the bottom face, the outer edges, okay, whenever there is an object outer edges which will be seen as a dark line, so that we have to draw it. Yes, so this is an object. Now hidden lines are missing, so those lines we can draw. Take the hidden, it should be, so 1 to 4 and 4 to 1, these two lines will be hidden, so you have to show that as a hidden line. So here we have completed the stage 2. Okay, hidden lines should be visible neatly. So now here we have completed our stage 2, in which the object is resting on one of its triangular face. Now in this stage 3, right, the axis is inclined at an angle of 45 degree. So let us draw the axis first, and then if I want to show the axis, this is the axis of that problem. So now I'll just say match properties, and I'll show the axis for clearance. Okay, now axis is visible. So this axis, so now if I want to show, this is the apparent length. So here we can say this is the elevated length of an axis. This is not an actual length, this is an apparent length. So apparent length in front view is called as EL. Okay, so I'll change the, okay, so this is an elevation length, and this here if I want to show the axis, this will be our plan length, sorry, the true length of an axis. Okay, so here you will get the 65 millimeter is the true length of the axis. So in the question they are saying the axis is inclined at an angle 45 degree, and this is the elevation length. This is the means the front view of that axis. Okay, so in this case, whenever the axis is inclined at 45 degrees, so we have to use the elevation length true length method. Now how we are going to draw that? So for that, I take a projection lines, faint projection line, just draw faint projection line. Okay, and the condition is also given that apex is nearer to the observer. This is an apex, and in the front view the observer is near to my cursor. Okay, so it should be nearer to observer. So locate the point. Somewhere you first locate the point, so I'll here take the point. Okay, so this is my point, which I can name it as point O dash. So I will take the point O dash first. Okay, I have taken the point O dash. Then you have to draw inclined line which will represent the true length of an axis. Okay, so which is inclined at an angle of 45 degree. So I will draw a line from this, okay, and which will be inclined at an angle of 45 degree. So this length will be 65 millimeter, okay, and angle will be 45 degree. So with horizontal it will be 135. Okay, so this line you can, if you measure, okay, this axis is inclined at an angle of 45 degree with horizontal. Suppose here if I draw a horizontal line, okay, with VP, with HP the inclination is given as 45 degree. So if you measure it, the angle is 45 degree. Okay, so once you take this angle, so what I have drawn is the true length. Okay, this I have drawn as the true length. Now you measure the elevation length. At present what I can do is I will take the distance, the axis length. Okay, this axis length you have to take it in the compass. Okay, and you have to cut an arc from point O. You have to cut an arc. So what I'll do, I'll just measure that length for ease of drawing. You can directly transfer those points in the compass. Okay, 55 millimeter it is there. So I'll draw a circle of 55 millimeter. You have to cut an arc. Okay, so here also I'll take an arc now. Okay, so this is the arc. So now I can draw my axis. Okay, so this is the axis, which is, I can say this is my elevation length. Okay, so EL, I can name this line as EL, and this is the true length. I can copy this. This is my true length, and this is my elevation length. Is that clear? Now you have to place this object at this, these 2 points will be fixed, means you have to redraw the object, same object as it is, making the axis which is inclined parallel to the elevation length, which will say that axis is inclined at an angle 45 degree. So I can give your inclination. So first I'll, for redrawing it, okay, for redrawing it, you should be making it parallel to that axis. Okay, so what I'll do now, I'll first measure the angle, how much is the angle, and I'll directly I can paste it. But in your case you have to take a points, 56.331. okay, so in our case, directly in AutoCAD I can do this, but in actual practice you have to take a points. Now I'll take an inclination 56.331. okay, 56.331, done. CO okay, so I have redrawn that object. So how to do redraw that object? So on a plain paper, if you want to redraw it, what you can do, selecting this point, okay, I'll name this point as point, this will be my point O dash. Okay, so O dash point is there, O1 dash, I can name this point as O1 dash. Okay, O1 dash. Now for locating the other points, you take distance O1 dash to 3 dash in the compass. Here you can take O1 dash to 3 dash in the compass. I can rename here also that point. Okay, so O1 dash to 3 dash you have to take it in the compass. O1 dash to 3 dash you have to take it in compass. From this point you cut an arc. Similarly, O dash to 3 dash you can take it in the compass. From this point you cut an arc. So wherever these two arc intersect, that will be my point 3. Similarly, on the other side, you take the distance O1 dash to 3 dash in the compass. It will be similar to the other side. Okay, and from this point you cut an arc here, and similarly from O dash to 6 dash you take it the distance in the compass. From point O dash you have to cut an arc. So wherever these points intersect, that will give you point 6. Then again, if I want to locate the point 4, so take the distance O1 dash and 4 dash in the compass. From point O1 dash you cut an arc. Then take O dash to 4 dash in the compass. From point O dash you cut an arc. Wherever these two arc intersect, you will give you the point 4 dash. Similarly, you can get point 5 dash, 1 dash, 2 dash, and after that you have to redraw the same object as it is without any changes. Okay, then next thing is that we'll draw the projections. We'll take the projections of individual points now. Okay, you take vertical projections. One second, F8. You take the projections of point 1. I'll go one by one. Projection of point 2. Projection of point 3 is already drawn. Projection of point 4, point 5, 6, and point O. Okay, then we have to take a projection of point, horizontal projection of 1 and 2, point 3 and 6, and point 4, 5 and O is already there. Now let us locate the points. For locating the points, for locating the points, let us first locate the point O. O horizontal, O dash vertical. Wherever these 2 points intersect, that will be my point O, right? So I have taken a point here. Okay, now locate the point. Suppose if I want to locate point 1 dash, so 1 dash vertical, 1 dash horizontal, here you will get the point 1. Similarly 2 horizontal, 2 vertical, 2 horizontal and 2 vertical, here you will get point 2. 3 horizontal, 3 vertical, here you will get point 3. 4 horizontal, 4 vertical, 5 horizontal, 5 vertical, 6 horizontal, 6 vertical. Okay, so you will get all the points. Then after that you have to connect with the dark line. So when we observe it from top, right, when we observe it from top, here the cursor, wherever my cursor is there, that will be the observing point. So O to 3 will be visible. So first let us draw the line O to 3. So where I will first name the points. Okay, so it will be easier for me. So this is my point O. I'll remove the dash. This is my point 1. So 1 vertical, 1 horizontal, here you'll get point 1. Similarly you will get point 2. So naming is very important. When you name, it will be easy for you to connect the points. Okay, if you don't give the naming, then you will get confused which point exactly we have to connect. So naming is very important. So always you have to give the naming. Okay, this is my point 4. You have to check the follow the projection line. See, 4 vertical and 4 horizontal, there you will get the point 4. Okay, similarly 5 vertical, 5 horizontal, wherever the point intersect, that will be my point 5. 6 vertical, 6 horizontal, you will get point 6. Okay, so after getting all the points, so first O dash to 3 dash is vertical, means O to 3 will be seen as a dark line. Okay, this is done. After that we know that the borders of the problem will be always dark. So 3 to 4 dark line, because it will be forming a border. 4 to 5, 5 to O, then O to 6, yes, O to 6, let us check first, yes, O to 6, then 6 to 1. Surrounding borders will never be hidden. Always keep in mind that any of the surrounding borders will never be hidden. Okay, it will be as a dark line. Then when we observe it from top, right, what will be seen? This edge 2 to O will be seen as a dark line. So 2 to O will be also seen as a dark line. So that we have to connect. Then the remaining edges will be seen as a hidden. Okay, it will not be visible. So whichever edge is not visible will be shown as a hidden line. So you have to draw the hidden. Now when we observe it from top, 5 to 6 is lying below the edges, so in that case you have to show it as a hidden. 5 to 6, okay, this edge will be seen as a hidden line. Okay, so after that 6 to 1, you check whether 6 to 1 and 1 to 2, 1 second, 1 to O is also 1 to O will be seen as a dark line. Okay, so this will be the top view of the object. Okay, so we have completed the three stages. So which are the dimensions which we have to give is the first thing 30 millimeter side, 65 millimeter slant edge, then it is resting on one of its triangular face, and this angle you have to show, the angle incline at an angle 45 degree. This you have to show. I will use the dimension layer to show an angle. This angle will be 45 degree. Okay, so you have to show that angle as 45 degree. That's it. Okay, so here we have completed the second problem. Thank you.